Hey, good evening, folks. Let me move this around, get that off the slide. Hmm. Hey, can you hear me okay? Everybody hear me okay? Good, good, good. All right, folks, we're about midway in the week, and so far the market is, I guess, spent more time trying to go up from being down. Notice what I said, try to go up from being down because it seems like you turn your back on it and it sells off. Very interesting. But I do think that today was an interesting day from the standpoint the market really went up and came down and pretty much ended up a little bit unchanged from where it was, but we're still trading in this range, 67.20. And I think that somebody asked me a question today. They said, do you keep the pocket puts? I said, as long as, write this down, here's something, here's an actual insight. As long as the VIX is above 20, you want to have pocket puts in your account. Give me a yes if everybody understands the VIX futures is what I'm talking about, slash VX. As long as you have those puts in your account, when you see action like this, you've got something kicking in for you if it keeps going. Okay. I always keep that in the back of your mind. And, again, if we end up tomorrow morning at a nice little profit on those suckers, we'll take it and then put them back on tomorrow. Okay. I've covered it 10 times, Joe. It's pretty simple. It's a 30-day option on the QQQ, 5 wide spread, paying 50 cents. Pretty simple. Puts on the QQQ. Now, let me ask you a question. How are you navigating what's going on in the market? Sort of give me some input. How are you navigating it? Meaning, how are you holding up? You remember the day before the war started, I told everybody go to cash, circle the wagons, and we do targeted plays during this period of time. And that's what we've done. We've done quite well, actually, quite well. At the right times, we've taken positions. Other times, we keep the hands in the pocket. I don't think we do better than this. Okay? Don't think we can do better than this. Let me get started and get into this. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And we'll go from there. Risks involved in trading, past performance is not indicative of future results. For the folks who don't know, I'm a former Air Force officer, active trader since the 70s, former member of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, what an experience that is, and an author of 3 books, Winning a Day Trading Game, The Markets Never Sleep, and Trade to Win. At DTI, we help you master the markets through education, training, and experience. In my opinion, I think that we're looking at a market that is in turmoil, and you've got to be very careful in a market like this. The same approach, meaning you got to pull back. Don't give in your money. Be very, very, very careful. Very careful. That's where the Seven Sisters stand. Gold's still stronger, 18%. Crude is now at 63% year to date. That's big, folks. Bonds are flat. E-minis down 2. My 10 tickers. I put these out Sunday night, and the QQQ is doing better than what it looked Sunday night because if you look at that, it had to get below 588. 588. Nvidia's done well. And silver had done real well, and now it's giving back some. Now, here's some news that I got today. Housing will be an albatross on the U.S. economy through 2026. This is the kind of news that everybody's reading every day. I pulled selective stories to give you an idea of what that does to investor sentiment when you see articles like that. Okay? Because if you own a house, you go, whoa, no, not only is the market going down, my house is not doing well. Here's another article that appeared today. The Fed cannot bail out this market out. Most investors have not realized it yet. That's pretty negative. Wouldn't you say that's pretty negative to read that? Here's one. Here's a question of the time. What if Iran manages to keep the strait closed longer? What is that going to do? CPI holds 2.4% year over year as expected. Even a great news item like that, y'all see the negative tone that all the news is taking? Give me a yes if you see what I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is these articles are just what they are, articles. But this is out there in the market, okay? Great report, and it's that. Now, one of the things that I designed, and I don't know how many people has this piece of software called Orion. This is designed to take advantage of these kind of markets. This is software that is keeping up with everything that's going on. Not by news, not anything like that, but by numbers. Orion is an unbiased approach, taking all the stuff that we've done all these years, wrapped into a long, short out approach. That's pretty valuable to have something like that, isn't it? It's hard to keep up with this stuff, isn't it? Having that technology working for you, I saw a lot of this coming. I said, we've got to put it together through Orion. That's what we did. And look at this. A bearish put spread. We entered 98 cents, out at $1.24. Not a home run, but it sure is a nice single. Pretty good stuff. Oh yeah, I'm not pessimistic. I am very excited. This is an opportunity. This is a wake-up call. There's ways to combat this market. And that's why I'm telling you about Orion. Another one, 24%. What this does, let me give you a little background. What it does, it takes all the information that happens in this 24-hour market. It spits it into what I call the DTI machine and spits out whether you ought to be long or short. Because everybody's got biases, right? I've got mine, you got yours, everybody's got biases. That's the beauty of Orion. Now, any questions about this and what we're looking at here with Orion? Any questions at all about that? We have it. You ought to have it. Now, let me answer some questions. We're going to play a tape for you, okay? But let me answer some questions. The pivot number for tonight, I'll give it to you, it's 67.45. 67.45. NVIDIA is off $3 from its high today. Watch NVIDIA tomorrow. And finally, let's talk about crude oil. Crude oil is trading $93.65 tonight. How many of you have pocket puts going into tomorrow? Let me ask that question. You ought to be smiling. How many of you have a futures account? Well, if you're in my Futures Plus program, check the Telegram channel after about 9 o'clock tonight, okay? Now, somebody asked about crude oil. Crude oil went to 119.48. It's rallying tonight. It's rallying from 76. The midpoint of that range is $97 a share. That's where resistance of crude, if anybody wants to know. Let's listen to the tape on Orion. Let's learn something and let's get with it. Take it away, Adam. Be part of it. That's all I'll tell you. What did we say? Let's listen. Scoring 20 to 25% gains from the stock market would grow your account pretty good, wouldn't it? Especially if you had 4 opportunities every week. It's where I pay less than $1 to get in with trades with the potential to deliver these type of gains fast as anything. Thing that we see. Not day trading now, but overnight trading. That ought to interest you by reworking the money over and over again throughout the week when it sets up. Now, past performance is not indicative of future results. We did this to give you an edge where you will be able to follow along and have the technical tools a lot of people out there have that you don't have because we had the programming power to do it. Now, in any trade approach, there will be losers. You got to be aware of that. You got to use level bet. Does everybody know what I mean when I say use level bets? Basically, what I'm saying is keep every trade equal dollars. That's the secret. Every trade equal dollars. Everybody give me a yes if you understand that. So if you buy 10 contracts at $1, that's $1,000. So every trade should be $1,000. That's what I'm saying. For those that are new, we got a lot of new people here. I'm Tom Busby. And what you're about to hear, you won't hear from anybody else, because this is something that's reaching for the stars. I started the market way back in the 1970s. Since then, I've been featured everywhere. I paid my prices. I paid my dues. And if you ever listen to me, I think you get it figured out pretty quick that real trading is not easy. It takes discipline and it takes a process. 3 of my books, Winning a Day Trading Game in 11 different languages, The Markets Never Sleep, published years ago when I foresaw that one day we'll be trading stocks 24 hours. And of course, that attitude you got to have, trade to win. Now, I had a Globex terminal. That was the forerunner to what you're doing today, electronic trading. I was trading electronically when people didn't know you could do it through the exchange. I was one of the very few people that had this outside of Chicago. It was quite a machine. One of only 50 in the entire world at the time. I started a school called the Day Trading Institute back in 1996, later changed the name to Diversified Trading Institute. We're known as DTI all over the world. I built that school, that building, because I wanted traders to have a place to come and learn and educate themselves. With the technology improving now, I still do small classes here in Ponte Vedra, Florida, 5 to 8 people. This class happens to have 9, Adam, and one large meetup in the summer that happens at TPC where they have the players tournament. And that is Bill in the picture. But it never stopped for me from always trying to find an edge in the market. That's what traders do. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. An easy way to deliver to you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, these type trades. Using technology to do it. Taking my strategy. But I mean it sincerely. Now, I don't mean it's better or any more accurate. What I mean is all the work I do to deliver has been programmed as a strategy to come direct to you. Consistently, Tuesday through Friday. These 20, 25% gains, you made a lot of those trades with me over time. Now I've got it programmed. I think you're going to love it. Most traders will never think about this particular segment I'm in. They deliver the unique potential to take $1 for an option and turn it into a 20, 25% gain. Nothing odd or lucky about going there. I've proven it to you for years. You could do it. Now it's going to be programmed. It's going to be a strategy. We call it Orion. The phenomenon is real. It's buried in that market. A lot of people don't know about. I understand it. I've shared it with you in the past, and I think you're going to love it. What's so beautiful about this? You know the time to look, how the setup looks, and the trade to take. A lot of the hard part, and the option to buy. You just how to leverage it and use it, using level bets, and how options actually work, because most traders get it wrong. An option price is basically the market's answer to one question. What are the chances it ends up worth something? For example, if SPY is trading at 690, a 650 call expiring next month is going to be expensive. That's what it looks like, because the market says there's a high chance it'll end up valuable. That's the way options work. A 750 call, very cheap, are telling you it probably won't be worth anything by expiration date. That's simple enough to understand the two extremes. But here's where it gets interesting. Here's where experience comes to play. You look at these out of the money options and think lottery ticket, not lottery tickets when I traded. Imagine you could buy that cheap option and likely expire at zero, but every once in a blue moon they could hit it big. Or either lighting a few bucks on fire or a massive win. In fact, I've heard traders refer to these options as lottery tickets. That's not what makes these options special. What makes them incredibly unique is how sensitive their price is to small changes. Let me show you exactly what I mean. The football game that explains everything. Imagine Georgia is playing Marshall. You know who Marshall is, you know who Georgia is. Georgia is one of the best programs in the country. And that's not just me being biased. Marshall's not. The odds makers give Georgia a 98% chance to win. Now, if Georgia scores a touchdown on the opening drive, what happens to the odds? They tick from 98 to 99. It got higher, a 1% improvement. If you bet on Georgia, your position barely moved. But what if Marshall scores that opening touchdown instead? Nobody said that. Now somebody thinks Marshall's going to win, but the odds shift from 2% to 4%. That's a 100% movement. You see the percentage in using the numbers this way, it really explains it well. 100% increase in value from the exact same action on the same field. Marshall odds are far more sensitive to what happens along the way. Option market works exact same way. Take a look at the SPY from Friday. Safe income trade sitting comfortably below. Current price is already valued at 80 cents on the dollar. Even in the best case scenario, you're looking at about a 20% upside. But to trade our system, it's priced at 33 cents on the dollar with over a 200% of theoretical room to move. Now here's the key. Same price move that pushes the safe trade from 80 to 82 can push our trade from 33 cents to 50. Same movement. Now think about what that means. $1,000 in the safe trade, you're up 25 bucks. In our trade, you're up 515 on the same movement. The key is knowing when to place the trade and how to place it. That's a 20x difference in return on the same underlying asset in the same time frame on the same move. Because the pricing sensitivity of those options, and that's what we've cracked. We're not holding these positions hoping for a home run. We know they'll probably expire worthless at the end of the expiration, but we don't care about that, do we? We're not marrying these options. We're dating these options. We care about their potential to gain outside value along the way. We only care about capturing that 25% income. Stock doesn't need to do anything dramatic, just needs to move enough to shift the unlikely to the slightly less unlikely. That small shift in story is where the quick gains live. Over the past few months, we've been building a system to capture these exact opportunities, to capture that 20 to 25% sweet spot in the shortest amount of time possible. And here's the beautiful thing about it. Everybody that I show this to says, Orion, I love the name. Give me a yes if you love the name of Orion. You're going to love it better when it starts paying you Tuesday through Friday. When it pays. Here's how it works. Every day it scans the markets using DTI method for breakout opportunities in either direction. Automatically alerts us throughout the day, let us know if the trade is imminent. When an official breakout is triggered, the algorithm scans the entire option market, searching for the secondary options that are most sensitive to price change we can take advantage of. When we find the exact option, we generate that option setup, and we get our returns within 72 hours. Anybody ever heard me use the word 72 hours? We build it in. It fires those details and automatic update straight to the private Orion Telegram channel. It gives you the ticker, exact options, price, target, exit instructions. One of the favorite things about the way our Orion works, if the trade hadn't hit our target within 72 hours, we move on and look at the next one. We keep it simple. Simple is good. Take a look at December 26th. Well, most of us still recover from Christmas. Orion was scanning the market for these opportunities. It printed this out. It told us the exact options to buy. It told us where to set our sell at. And it told us about the time stock within 72 hours close the position. Not hard to follow, is it, with those contingencies? That was a short opportunity on the QQQ. It is neutral to which way the market goes. It sets up where the best opportunities there and odds favor, up or down. Notice the trade structure we're looking for QQQ go below 618 by January 16th. Now look at the current chart of QQQ. It's not looking so good for QQQ below 618 that week. But remember, we don't actually care about that one because we're already out of it at our profit. So when the QQQ dropped, it smashed our target the next day, we're gone. In truth, I never believed the market would below 618 in January when we did the trade. But as you know, I was very bullish on January 2026. But that's not the point. The market said go short. We took it. What made this trade work so powerful is how we grabbed an easy 25% gain, even though the market was weeks away from knowing the result of the final trade. Does everyone see the difference here, what we're doing? We're letting the market determine, regardless of what we think, the most appropriate direction to take, the time to take it, the profit that we're going to take, and where we're wrong when we get out 72 hours later. This is the key to Orion right here. This is not a lottery trade. It's a high odds trade setting up that we're going to take advantage of. Take advantage of these small changes in the odds along the way to produce these outside gains. The Orion algo combines the two powerful forces of what might be the best trade I ever come up with. You use the DTI method to find it, the exact moment to get in, the exact option to take, the exact direction to take, and now it's in play. And of course, when the price is moving, it will change the value of the options. Second, it identifies the exact options most sensitive to that price shift, so that when the price does move, we get the biggest payout possible. Here's the signal on January 6th. Look at the signal. Signal was long, January 6th. Now remember this trade, you should remember this one, we made it. As you see, Orion found options looking for QQQ to hit 639 by January the 30th. Notice the price of QQ never got near that 639, nowhere near January 30th, not even January 30th right now. It's remarkable how consistent this is. Generated a 25% return in a few hours thanks to our special option Orion identified to create an outside gain. You see in what I think might be the best trade setup that we've come up with in all these years, because I'm not having to do the work because the work's already inside the algo. I love it. And Orion on December 19th, Medallion members have had access and they're screaming about how good it was. Mary Ann was with me Thursday and Friday one-on-one. She said, hey, we got an Orion signal. I'm over there trading and I said, good. My goal is to trade this through Q1, prove its most dynamic income opportunity in the entire market for 2026. We'll open it up to the public after that, April or May. But today, we're opening up 30 pre-release spots for anyone who wants to test alongside Jonathan and me. When we open this up to the public, I will plan to price it at $19.95 per year. It's going to be a steal for folks who understand the power of Orion. But if you're one of the first 30 in the door, takes it, you'll be an Orion founding member. It gives you special benefits, like the master class I'm going to do Friday, which means you can pay $19.95 to access to Orion Algo and real-time alerts and never pay again. The lifetime access to Orion is just $19.95 if you want to go on and lock it down. If you decide to charge more than $19.95 per year, you'll be locked in at that price. Let's drop the link. Drop the link, dtitrader.com/Orion. Call our team at 904-706-3532. On top of that, you will get lifetime VIP membership for $19.95. Sign up for Orion Trade Alerts right now. Take one of the spots. You won't pay more. You're locked in. We had our first guy through the door. Glenn, thank you so much. 29 left. Now I have a masterclass set up for Friday because we're going to really milk this sucker. So be part of it. We'll walk you through the trade step by step, teach you how to make Orion one of the #1 trading tools. Let me answer some questions I'm sure you have about Orion. How does Orion find these specific opportunities? First, Orion dynamically updates the reference levels we have had each day and monitors price action for a breakout or breakdown. Then it uses state-of-the-art options data feed when it costs about $100,000 per year to dig through the options chain and find a specific trade that's most sensitive to the upside potential to the breakout. That's what you don't have, you will have in Orion. It recognizes the trade in detailed alerts, sends it in real time to our private Orion Telegram channel. Does Orion trade both directions? Give me a yes. It does. It's based on our method. When the market goes up, goes down during that time frame, it trades. Finds the exact option to trade and take advantage. When do I lose? Do I lose 100%? Always, there's that rare possibility, but odds are, since we're getting out in 72 hours, no. That's the big benefits of Orion. The clock ticks from the time you enter the trade 72 hours later. Exit trade with small gain or small loss if it doesn't hit the target. Even better, because these secondary options are already priced in low probability, probably don't lose value as quickly as something closer in. How do I know when to get out? Every Orion trade gives you the exact target to set on the trade. You know exactly where to take your profit. The lifetime membership, $19.95, only 30 of it. Take it. You won't pay $4,000. You won't pay $5,000. You'll be locked in at this price, VIP. Believe, because it does work, and you will see it work in real time, along with me and Jonathan would do it. 29 left. Glenn was first. Just tell me if you're coming in where I can count it down. We'll pull down the slide. Thank you very much. Any questions, ask them. It's going to be a tremendous week. I hope you're part of it. Cindy's in, 28 left. James is in, 27 left. Tuesday through Friday, there'd be 4 trades maximum a week, William. You like taking all, but you can't. Now, don't join Dave if that's the issue. 26. Got to take a chance sometimes. You know how good this stuff is. You're going to love it at this price. All right, we're down to 24. Since I'm not going to miss a founding special yet, hadn't done it all these years. Way to go, Glenn. Steve, I can tell you it's going to be somewhere around 4 out of 5, okay? 4 out of 5 every trade. The difference is 23, Allen's in. If you want to talk to Kelly or Jeffrey, put your name, phone number in there. Adam will reserve one of the spots for you. Allen was smart by doing it. He got him a spot doing that. Around 12 o'clock, iPads in. I think we're down to about 19 left. No, William, there's not.
Hey, T-Buzz, real quick. The window for the alerts are from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday through Friday.
Yeah, right. Tuesday through Friday, 12 to 3. I said after 12. I didn't give them the ending thing. Thanks for clarifying that. Oh, Ryan. We're reaching for the stars here. All right, Dave, put your email in there. They'll reserve a spot for you. You have to put your email and phone number. If you do it, you're going to talk to Kelly or Jeffrey. Sylvan, all right, we're down to 16 spots right now. Thank you. Hey, Adam, why don't we do this? Because everybody here needs it. If you sign up tonight, if you sign up at night, no problem, Bob. Put your name and email and we'll reserve a spot for you.
I paused it. T-Buzz, go ahead.
Yeah, if you sign up tonight, Adam will take your name. Just for those that get signed up right now, we'll give you 30 days to test drive this sucker. Get signed up. We'll give it to you tonight. 30 days. It's that good, folks. Here's what's so good about it is it's a non-biased view. I make trades on Orion when I'm thinking one thing, but the numbers tell me something else. Remember, I always talk about trading with the numbers? This will force you to do the right thing if you follow Orion. It's that good. And I'll do a master class on it next week to update the last one, so you'll have a lot of advantages signing up now. How's that sound? Is that fair? Roy, put your number in there and we'll have Kelly or Jeffrey reach out to you. Yeah, we'll definitely have Kelly or Jeffrey reach out to you, okay? All right, folks. I laid it out there. If you're in my Futures Plus, just check the channel after 10 tonight or after 9 tonight, okay? If I tell you, I don't know if you saw Roy's post. Did y'all see Roy's post, how he uses the techniques of Orion manually and what he's done? This takes all that away. He works hard to do that, but the whole point is this stuff is, everybody needs this one. This is your alarm clock to let you know it ain't going that way, it's going this way. And you also use it for your portfolio too. It was flashing, flashing, flashing last week when I said this market, we're about to go into a war. Boy, oh boy. Anyway, it's got all the factors, got everything that we've taught, and I think it'll help everybody. So, Adam, you can finish it up, let it finish, and that'll be the end of it. Wendy, I'll give you a call. Got to have your name and email, though. We're not messing around with this. It's too valuable. Hey, yeah, I want to